JBN, we keep you informed. I am Michelle Jones, and in the news, corrupt ex-cop who charged elderly man for illegal gun and ammo among several former police officers wanted. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items. Jamaica's chief prosecutors ruled that criminal charges be filed against a former police constable whose arrest of an elderly man for gun and ammunition offences was undermined by video footage. Leroy Lord, 61, the taxi operator, was jailed for nearly 2 years before the video evidence brought an end to his trial, has also filed a lawsuit against the state seeking damages for malicious prosecution and false imprisonment. However, charges have not been laid against the ex-cop because local law enforcement authorities have not been able to locate him, multiple sources have revealed. He reportedly resigned from the Jamaica Constabulary Force JCF amid a probe by the Independent Commission of Investigations, INDICOM. The ex-constable was one of 3 cops who arrested Lord on July 27, 2017 after a wild chase through the streets of Ocho-Rios in St. Anne, which ended when the taxi operator was cornered in a shopping plaza in Boxfield. INDICOM confirmed on Friday that the probe was completed and a report sent to the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions, DPP. The DPP advised that one of the officers to be charged said a spokesperson for INDICOM who did not disclose the offense. That matter is still being progressed. The major organized crime and anti-corruption agency MOCA is also searching for 9 former cops who have been listed as wanted mainly for corruption-related offences. Some of the cases span more than a decade, and 5 of the former law enforcers are believed to be residing in the United States. Typically, we'll put them on the Interpol list, as many of them are usually overseas, said MOCA press officer Antoinette Morrison, disclosing one of the methods used to apprehend fugitive ex-cops. At the top of the MOCA wanted list is Wayne Richard Webster, a former special constable who has been sought on a bench warrant for breaches of the Corruption Prevention Act after absconding bail on July 15, 2005, according to MOCA. The list also includes Marianne Beecher, who resigned from the Jamaica Constabulary Force in December 2008, 5 months before the DPP's office ruled that she should be charged with breaches of the Larceny Act. O'Shane Thompson, another ex-cop who was involved in the Lord case, has since been convicted of murder for the shooting death of popular St. Mary entertainer Kristen Pearson, also known as Instaboss, during a dispute at a party in the parish on May 17, 2017. He was sentenced on Friday to life in prison and ordered to serve 20 years and 8 months before he is eligible for parole. Lord admitted during an interview that at the time of his arrest, the Toyota Probox motor car he was driving was loaded with 14 plastic bags of ganja, weighing approximately 129 pounds. The traffic stop was captured by a closed-circuit television system installed at a business place near the scene of the arrest and turned over to INDICOM. The documents in INDICOM possession included an entry that was made in a police station diary a day after the arrest, which detailed the cop's account of what transpired. It made no reference to any gunfire. The diary entry indicated that Lord had been charged with possession of, dealing in and trafficking ganja, as well as dangerous driving. But according to his attorney Gunnick Williams, only 30 pounds of ganja was presented a week later when your client pleaded guilty to the drug charges, for which he was sentenced to 2 months in prison and a fine of $169,000. Video footage of the traffic stop was turned over to INDICOM, which later acknowledged that it was aware of a discrepancy in terms of the amount of ganja that was in the vehicle and what was reported. 2 days after Lord's arrest and amid a word of a probe by INDICOM, a second entry was made in the station diary, the documents revealed. Constable X, name withheld, arrested and placed in safe custody male Jamaican Leroy Lord for reasonable suspicion of shooting with intent committed on Thursday, July 27, 2017, about 10 p.m. at Square One Plaza in Ocho-Rios, St. Anne, the entry read. The 61-year-old was then charged for illegal possession of firearm and shooting with intent based on claims by the 3 cops who apprehended him that they twice came under gunfire from a male passenger inside his car during the chase. The cops acknowledged finding the Probox because they feared for their safety, but said the gunman managed to escape before Lord's vehicle came to a halt. After nearly 2 years in jail awaiting trial, Lord was freed by a judge in the St. Anne Circuit Court in January last year after prosecutor Audley Duncan offered no evidence against him. Duncan, a deputy director of public prosecutions, outlined in court that a review of the video footage revealed a number of inconsistencies with the cops' account of their circumstances that led to Lord's arrest. As an example, he said, A report by the police scene of crime unit confirmed that there was no damage to the car in which the then cops were traveling. Further, Duncan told the court that this was inconsistent with the then cops' account of how the chase transpired when there are so many bullet holes from the police to the accused man's car, and the spent shell recovered only matched the police guns even though they say someone was firing. No other spent shells were found, he insisted. In addition, he told the court that the cops, in their account of the arrest, did not disclose that one of them left the scene of the arrest in the pro box and returned minutes later before calling scene of crime personnel to process the area. The video has them driving the vehicle away with the ganja and driving it back, he said. Lord said doctors have diagnosed them with a severe case of acid reflux that has been blamed on the poor treatment while in custody. Stress and me nah hit pan time and them thing there, he said during the interview on Friday, referring to the medical opinion received from his doctors. Me a go doctor from me in there no, but it get worse since me come out. He claimed in his lawsuit that the 3 former cops acted unlawfully and without reasonable and or probable cause when they arrested, detained and maliciously prosecuted him for the gun offences. In all the circumstances, the first, second and third defendants actuated malice in causing the indictment to be preferred against the complainant, the lawsuit said, referring to the 3 former cops. The lawsuit was filed in November last year, and lawyers for the state have since applied for more time to file their defense. The Attorney General's Chambers, AGC, in its application made on January 20 this year, explained that the nature of the defense of the lawsuit will depend on instructions that ordinarily require an investigation by the Office of the Police Commissioner regarding the allegations raised. It said instructions were requested from the Commissioner's office through a letter email on December 17 last year. However, the AGC said it has been advised that the investigation is still ongoing and that the delay was caused by the outbreak of COVID-19. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.